So this is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I've been using it for the past month and I want to share with you guys what I think about it, my experience of using it, and should you pick up this phone. So starting things off with design, first of all, these flat frames and rounded corners is a preference thing. It's either you really like the design change or you don't. I like it. I think it's a welcoming change. When you're holding it in the hand, it doesn't really dig into the palm of your hand when compared to the S24 Ultra. That was kind of digging into the palm of your hand because of the sharp edges. This, not so much. So it's something I personally do appreciate. It also does feel really light. And even when you throw on a case, it still feels really light to hold in the hand. So you won't have any issues when carrying it around. What I do love is the display. Now, I just want to point out that I do have a screen protector at the time of this recording. So at times you may see some glare, but normally it does have the anti-reflective coating. And it is super good. I think a lot of other smartphone manufacturers should add anti-reflective coatings to their phones and displays. And the reason why I use a screen protector is obviously I want to keep it free from scratches and old dings and things like that. I didn't use it for S24 and S23 and even S22 Ultra. And yeah, those phones got scratched up bad. So I kind of wanted to put on a screen protector right now, but I'm really missing the anti-reflective coating. Other than that, the display itself has been phenomenal. Watching YouTube videos, playing games, Clash of Clans, like it reignited my whole thing for Clash of Clans and for Call of Duty Mobile because of its beautiful, gorgeous display. It gets plenty bright outdoors, 2,600 nits of peak brightness, and obviously 120 hertz. Now, I make sure that I turn on developer options and I do go into the settings and change the animation and the window speed to 0.5, so it does make it much smoother. So that's just something I like to share with you all. So maybe you want to have your animations and transitions a little bit smoother. S Pen, here's the thing. It does not have Bluetooth, and this has been a huge thing with a lot of people talking about it and how it's a downgrade, and I see why it's a downgrade. And also it's not the same color as this titanium black, so there's that. And I see why it's not it's a downgrade, because it doesn't have that Bluetooth connectivity, so you can't really use it as a shutter button. So that's a downside. But for me, I haven't used it in the past month. I haven't used last year's or the years before, only using it for signing documents here and there. It's not something I use every single day. So for me, is it too much of an issue? No, but it doesn't look good on Samsung's end for removing a feature. So hopefully next year they bring it back, but I feel like sooner or later Samsung is gonna try to omit the S Pen or get rid of it some way, shape, or form. I don't know, but they didn't really put in any improvements into the S Pen. So that's again something that I've kind of experienced in the past month, or not really experienced because I just don't really use it, and I'm just being straightforward with you guys. But overall, I like the small refinements in design. Other than that, this titanium black is gorgeous. This is the Samsung.com exclusive, and the reason why I picked it up is not only is the back right here a black, it's like a matte black finish, but the frame is also color coded to match the color of the phone itself, and I really like it. Or else I was going to pick up the regular black, but this one is just amazing. Anyway, moving on to the software and the performance with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. As you can expect, it has been buttery smooth. So 12 gigs of RAM, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset has been performing like a beast. No issues, no stutters, no bugs. It's been buttery smooth. Again, watching lots of YouTube videos. In my use case, playing Call of Duty Mobile, using it to browse social media, calling, texting, obviously, and also Call quality is great. I use Mint Mobile, by the way. This video is not sponsored by them. I have worked with them in the past, but I actually started using their network before I ever worked with them. But like I said, this video is not sponsored by them. So the call quality itself has been great. Texting, I'm always texting on this, emailing, and obviously Google Chrome, and all the good stuff you would do on a smartphone. But yeah, a lot of things that revolve, just my personal life is being completed here with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, the 40% larger vapor chamber, when it compared to the S24 Ultra, it's 40% larger. It does help with heat dissipation, and I'll tell you this, I have not experienced any overheating with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So that is a huge plus. Good job, Samsung, in that department. The ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, I'm currently not using it, and it does work through the screen protector, and it works pretty good. But I would personally recommend, if you want to use ultrasonic fingerprint sensor to get like the fastest result, use it without a fingerprint, or use it without a screen protector. I'll put it that way. Right now, I'm not using one, just because I don't really need to, but when you do, it's awesome. Face unlock is also really fast. It's obviously not like the Face ID tech that Apple uses on the iPhones, but it's still plenty fast. So there is that too. You're not going to really have any issues in the performance department. But what I do love about this phone is One UI 7. Now I know it's going to come to the Galaxy S24 and S23 and other Samsung devices as well, but it's a welcoming change. It's a cleaned up user interface, in my opinion. I really do like it. I've been using Samsung devices for years. My first Android device was a Galaxy S Blaze, so I know the days of TouchWiz UI, and it was bad. It was really rough with all the bloatware and all those things. It was rough. So seeing how much Samsung has improved, and now we get One UI 7, is a huge plus. Now, there is a lot of AI features here. I don't use all of them. The main one I've been using is Samsung's Magic Editor, and that does wonders. Like, it is crazy good. So that's something I really do appreciate. And also right here, the Now brief right here on the bottom, the hot take, I actually like it. I like opening it and seeing the weather and kind of seeing a piece of news that, I might have missed for the day. Right now it says Night Owl, tonight's brief. There it is, right there. That's tonight's brief. And actually it says you have one event tomorrow. Happy birthday. So I'm recording this the night before, so happy birthday to me. But yeah, it pretty much shows my events that I'll have for the day, and the weather, and then some news articles. And you can obviously go to settings and turn on things like YouTube Shorts right here. Obviously, I'm not going to be using it for YouTube Shorts. I have not. I'll just go to YouTube to watch shorts. So, but I like it. I like it, and hopefully I'll be able to. Samsung will open this up to third-party apps, and you can integrate it with third-party apps. That'd be actually really nice. But it's something I do appreciate. I don't know, a lot. There are some people they don't really like it too much. I even have the widget right here. Some people like it, some people don't. And for me, I like it. I really do. And then obviously 7 years of software updates. So hopefully we'll be getting software updates until 2032. That's actually really good, really good. Phones are getting so good that they're going to be lasting longer and longer. But how have the cameras held up in the past month? They've been good. They're to be expected. Samsung cameras. If you've used Samsung cameras, you're not going to kind of come across anything new or anything different. You're going to be used to the camera setup, the camera versatility, and all the camera features that Samsung does throw at you. I do appreciate, though, the new 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, because for me, I've been using on phones the ultra wide lens more and more lately. So having a upgraded 50 megapixel to have more thorough, detailed photos and results, it's a plus on my end. Obviously, I do appreciate the 200 megapixel camera as well. 100x zoom is great, especially when you go on vacation and you wanted. Whenever I go on vacation from now on, I'm bringing the Galaxy S25 Ultra because I want to use that 100x zoom. There have been a couple instances with the previous models. I went on vacation and I didn't bring the Ultra, and I wanted to use zoom, and I was stuck with my iPhone, and you know, the photos itself are good, but the zoom, not so good. So this is going to be a phone that I bring with me when I go on vacation or sightseeing, things like that. But I like the cameras. They're good. They're good cameras, but they're not revolutionary. They're not a huge difference from its predecessor. In terms of battery, we're getting the same battery setup as last year. 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 45 watt wired charging, 25 watt wireless charging. And I'm just, this is the one department I wish Samsung made improvements. It's still using a lithium ion 5,000 milliamp hour battery, while other competitors are using silicon carbon, which is the newer type of tech. It's a higher density battery, which means you can have a higher milliamp hour battery, like 6,000, 7,000 milliamp hours, which would equate to even better battery life. This has very, very good battery life. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting 6.5, 7 hours of screen on time. I'm ending the day with 35, 40% of battery, and that is really good. I don't need to charge it overnight. I charge it in the morning for about an hour, and I'm all set to go. Like I said, screen on time is awesome, and I only lose like 1 or 2% of charge overnight, so that does say a lot. But the charging speeds could have been faster, the battery capacity itself could have been larger, and the reason why I say that is it's an Ultra. I think, you know, on top of the great performance, you should have the best of the best specs, the best, you know, the highest battery, the fastest charging speeds, the fastest refresh rate, whatever it may be, the most RAM, things like that. For me, that is what an Ultra truly needs to be. But I want to touch base on the price, $1299 for 256 gigs. That is expensive. That is expensive for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. When you can find other competitors at lower prices, it's going to be a tough buy. And especially when you can pick up its predecessor for hundreds of dollars cheaper, and there aren't really any notable improvements, or there aren't any improvements for someone to say, okay, well, I'll just pick up the S25 Ultra over the S24 Ultra, because you're going to be getting a lot of the same things, and even the software is going to roll down to the Galaxy S24 series, including the Ultra. So you're getting at One UI 7. Right now, the beta is available with stable release, hopefully coming soon. So it's going to be a tough sell for $1299, which is why I wouldn't recommend it at that price. However, if you can find a good trade-in deal, which I had during the pre-order option, and I'll be leaving links in the description down below of the S25 Ultra and through my community tab when Samsung phones do go on sale. So definitely be sure to subscribe and check it out if you haven't already, and follow from time to time, because I do leave some pretty good deals when they are available. But like I said, don't pick it up at MSRP $1299. Pick it up when it goes on sale, if you can find a good trade-in or carrier deal, whatever it may be. But to wrap things up, in the past month, I really like this phone. I really, really do. And even though I don't really think it holds up to the Ultra name, it still is a great phone, a great experience. And if you do pick it up, you are really going to like the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, there are other options. There are other options, and we're still at the beginning of 2025. We're finishing up February, going into March at the time of this recording. So there's still a lot of other phones that are going to come out throughout the year. But it's going to be a tough year for Samsung with the S25 Ultra, especially with its competitors that are pushing really good specs and performance for a cheaper price. So Samsung, I hope you guys come across this video. If you're watching, make notable improvements with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Make it truly Ultra. Add the largest battery you've ever used in a smartphone. Add the fastest charging. I don't know, add the most RAM ever in a smartphone, whatever it may be. These are, again, my takes. You can agree, you can disagree. That's completely okay. That's what makes all of us unique. I will continue to use this phone for the time being, as I am testing other phones as well. The Galaxy S25, the OnePlus 13, the upcoming iPhone 16e, which right now I don't have. You may see this video after my unboxing and first impressions of that goes up. So there are lots of phones coming out. There's Nothing phones coming out, the 3A, Nothing Phone 3 in the summer, Samsung phones, Pixel phones, all the good stuff are coming out real soon. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you did enjoy, definitely be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot and will help push my content out to more people. That's been it from me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.